All right, buddy. Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for coming on and being my guest. I appreciate it.
Thank you, arigato, arigato, my brother. Appreciate you, Rocco.
Thank you, bud. The first thing I want to start asking you, basically, I see you're big into working out and keeping your body in shape. And when did you start training? Like how long ago did you like first start training, and what did you love about it when you first start doing it?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So actually, growing up in a Chinese Indonesian household, let's just say the food is too good. So, I looked like, you know the movie Up, the music
Yes.
movie? Yeah, so I looked like that Boy Scout boy for a while. I'm not gonna lie to you. Around like middle school, I was like super overweight and got bullied a lot because being Asian wasn't, I guess, cool back then. Now it's everyone wants to be Asian, which shout out to that. Love all my Asians out there. But yeah, man. So honestly, a little mix of like bullying, trying to get a girl eventually. I moved to Indonesia, seventh and eighth grade. Got more active out there and was sweating a lot because I don't know if you've been to Indonesia, but that weather, man, oh
Oh,
my goodness. On average, is like 80s. It's humid. So let's just say, yeah, a lot of sweating, man. So lost a lot of weight. Started playing volleyball. I've always been kind of active. I've loved wrestling with my brothers, for example. Like, John Cena's my hero. Even
nice.
yeah, even though he's a little crazy right now, I still love my boy Cena. Little tangent about Cena though. I dressed up as him once for this like fifth grade book project.
Okay.
We had to dress up as one of our idols that had a biography on them because we had to read it, whatever. And I love Martin Luther King, but I wanted to do something different. So I looked on like Barnes and Noble, and I found that John Cena had like this biography, which is wasn't that long. And then shout out to my mom and dad, found the WrestleMania 25 gear, where he has like the blue and everything. I don't remember exactly. I think they found it on Chinatown. So it wasn't like the real thing. But I still love it. Had the hat and the jorts and really super chubby kid back then. But always been kind of active. And I kind of when like puberty kind of hit is when
Yeah.
a little bit taller, almost 6 feet. I like to tell people I'm 6 feet, even though I'm not. But they don't have to know that. They don't have to know that. But yeah, man. Once I hit college, freshman year, I did like more weight training. They had a gym at my university, Fairfield University. Shout out to them. And I believe my sophomore year is when I kind of did some informal training, actually. So
Okay.
one of my friends from middle school, this is crazy. Her dad works at the university, right? And I didn't know that until like after we were talking, whatever. So super small world. But he was looking for like someone to train with, and he always saw me at the gym. The gym started to become like my religion at that point. I
Yeah.
just felt a good escape, man. Every time I went there, even if it was like a crappy workout, it always felt good to leave feeling like accomplished. So I was there like almost every day in college, and I got to help train him. He used to play basketball. He's an older gentleman. Shout out to my boy Ronnie. But he always gave me that idea of, hey man, maybe you should do personal training. And I never really thought much of it, back then in college, because of busy with work, family, trying to get a job. I'm oldest of six, so that was a big
Oh, okay.
responsibility. Yeah, yeah, a lot of siblings. So I kind of put that on the back burner. But I've traveled a lot, and I finally moved to LA last year. So it's like my 1 year
Hmm.
anniversary a little bit. 1 year and a half, a year and a half for like entertainment, hosting as well, like you, my man, hosting, podcast hosting, acting, and personal training pays the bills. So
Personal
it
training, yeah.
helps pays the bills. So I got my certification last year. It's gonna be a year since I've been with LA Fitness. So, yeah,
Oh
man,
yeah, it's a good
yeah, ever
gym.
since I've also been helping all these people like from all different walks of life. It's been super addicting to stay fit as well, to be an example for people, and it's always motivating, even though it's like the crack of dawn, because I have 5 a.m. clients, man, and I gotta wake up at like 4:15. Ooh, it can be tough. I can't lie to you, but seeing them like move and be excited about the changes, it really motivates me, man. And I'm glad I've been through this fitness journey. And obviously, there's always ups and downs. Like during
Of
COVID,
course.
there
Of
was a time when maybe one day Ben and Jerry's will sponsor me, but I ate like four pints almost a night, bro. Like, yeah, because I was stuck on campus and they had I guess because it was all a huge surprise. I graduated 2020 right after spring break when the whole COVID stuff happened, I think March or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, bro. They had all of the like food basically in stock still. So they're like, yeah, go grab whatever you want each day. So I grabbed my boy Ben and Jerry's sponsor the Patty Show. Stop playing. Bro, I kid you not, like 3, 4 pints. I was not working out, so it was all a little crazy thing. But fitness, I feel like has always been something that's always treated me right. So I just try to motivate people to do as well. So yeah, that's my little fitness background.
Nice. You ever go up to your clients and go, "You can't see me"?
Oh, of course, man. You know, he's like, you can't. I have a couple clients that actually love wrestling, so uh, it's kind of bad because they distract me from the session. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do some push-ups, but then they start mentioning like Roman Reigns. That's also my boy right there, my tribal chief. You know, I acknowledge you, Roman. That's
I
my
acknowledge you, my
uh,
tribal chief.
exactly. I see you've been doing a lot of the wrestling stuff too, man. I love
Yes,
the whole world,
yes.
man. It's amazing. I'm so glad I'm like getting back into it now because there was like a gap of time where I stopped listening and like tuning into all of the wrestling, but it's been really addicting, man. One of my good friends, he's actually on the Patty Show podcast, Rilla Wolf. He's also a wrestler out there. You should have
Oh,
him.
really? Okay.
Yeah, he's great. Rilla Wolf is the man.
Oh,
One of my coworkers at LA Fitness works at the front desk, but he's like 300 pounds, pure muscle, big dude. Like man, he's a strong man. This guy, but he's one of the sweetest dudes. Whenever you meet him, like soft spoken, super polite, and yeah, man, it's that's why I love the whole wrestling world. So I've been to a couple of his matches in like
yeah.
Orange County area with my brother. He also loves wrestling, but man, that guy, real, shout out to you, man. He's talented. The whole wrestling world, everybody, amazing.
I don't know. Wrestling is so much fun. It really is.
Yeah, I love how it also blends like the fitness part of it and entertainment, man. Like, you know, like you gotta
Yeah.
be, of course, you gotta be like physically fit and be able to have the cardio to like run around the ropes, jump around, pick up people. But then there's like the storytelling, which, oh, that's why I've like fallen so much back into it because the storytelling now, it's great.
Oh, it's amazing.
The
I'm
layers, man. Oh my God.
who would have ever thought you would see John Cena running around as a heel?
I know, and especially that match with Randy Orton when he used to be the bad guy. Oh my goodness.
I know. That was sick. That
That
that was a really good match too.
yeah, man. No, honestly, because you know, obviously they're
The
older. I didn't
referee
expect them to
started
do. Yeah,
falling down.
yeah, man. RKO's everywhere. Like, oh my God, man. I love the storytelling. So, and yeah, just the storytelling element of like wrestling is so cool because I don't know. I'm not saying I'm gonna go in the ring because I think my back would break. Because I don't know the moves, man. Oh my goodness.
I know it is. It's nuts. And so like when you train, like what's a typical day of training look like for you? Like when you're training or whatever you're eating, like for you know to stay in shape, like your diet, like what's a typical like day look like for you training and eating?
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Honestly, like today, for example, Mondays are usually my busier days. So wake up bright and early, you know, 4:15 specifically, because I feel like that's the perfect time. Because you know when it's like the 5 minute difference, man. If I wake up at 4:20, it's gonna be bad. If I woke up at 4:10, it's gonna be bad. But that 4:15, for some reason, it's just my sweet spot. I don't know, something about it. Luckily I have a lamp that's like connected to like Alexa, so it turns on at 4:15 also, so I have an alarm
Nice.
and the layup. So like, you know, I'm definitely gonna wake up. So that's definitely the most important thing. But also I try to sleep around like 7.5 hours around that time. So sleeping around 9 usually. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, waking up at 4:15, you know, brushing my teeth, getting the vitamins, all that stuff. Drive to work. Usually I train my clients first because the gym opens at 5 in the morning. So it's
Mhm.
a packed schedule. It's from 5 a.m. to 8:35 or yeah, around 8 around that time, and then wrap up with that, get my little workout in to go to my other job, 9 to 5. LA is expensive, so actually that's I'm actually at my other job right now. So
Oh, okay.
right over here,
Okay.
gotta make money. Shout out to Meta, working for the AI stuff over there. Pretty interesting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah, very interesting. But yeah, so thankfully they hook us up with food. So the options over here are really nice because they have like a lot of like gluten-free options, vegan, and like they show a lot of like the macronutrients. So it helps a lot. I usually eat like the same thing, a lot of Greek yogurt, non-fat, super high protein. My main thing is as long as I get around like 100, 160 grams of protein, 180 around that, I can kind of play around with it.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing is just getting all that protein in. And I'm vegetarian, so I eat a lot of tofu and all the plant-based products like that. But so usually around breakfast times, around 9 or something, where I try to get most of my protein in, so I can like kind of forget about it during the day, and then still like have the little snacks when I need to, you know. And what helps a lot, honestly, it's not sponsored, but hop water, like y'all,
Hop water?
yeah, yeah. So it tastes like beer without the beer, and it's
Oh,
like fizzy, so it kind of like fills you up. It also has like ashwagandha, you know, to help
oh
relax
yes.
things. Yeah, you know, relax things. And then some L-theanine for like cognitive function for the brain and everything. So that definitely helps a lot during the like snack times when usually before like I mentioned the Chinese Indonesian food, I would snack a little too much. So having stuff like this helps a lot. I also usually get some energy drinks or something like that to wake up a little bit to get the work. Funny enough, I usually use the like Celsius or whatever all those drinks during
Yeah.
like this type of work, not working out for some reason, just because I don't know, I guess like the brain power of like thinking about all the other stuff. I need more caffeine for that. But yeah, and then lunchtime around 12-ish, 1 o'clock, usually eat it with some coworkers and friends, and the menu is always varied, but the main thing I like to do is have like a big like bowl of like spinach or any type of salad. Get
All
the
right.
in, you know, so it's I'm tricking myself that I'm eating a lot, but it's not that many calories. And I put some tofu in there and then add a little bit of whatever they're serving today. They had some risotto today, so I added a little bit on the side, you know, just to get the flavor in. And
Nice.
yeah, man, just try to be flexible. And then I always have those protein powders at night usually. I have a Ninja Creamy. Not sponsored by Ninja, but I love that it's addicting, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like it's pretty close to ice cream because like I said, the Ben and Jerry's where I told you. Yeah, so
Mm, yeah.
so it's my little way to get my Ben and Jerry's without all the calories. So
Oh,
yeah,
all right. Okay.
pretty much my routine. And like I said, I try to sleep around like during the week around like 9-ish or whatever, get some good rest. And yeah, man, that's usually like the routine I would say for fitness.
Wow, you got a good little thing there. Like you
Yeah.
know exactly like what you're gonna do. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, man, it definitely helps a lot because if I don't, man, it's so stressful, man. Because like there's like so many gaps of time where I'm like, okay, I need to do this, and then also commuting in LA. Have you been to LA?
Yeah. I still haven't. No, I really do want to go, but
You gotta come,
I
man. You gotta
haven't yet.
come. Yeah, it's a fun time. The only thing is the traffic and commute, man. So
That's what
I
I
always
heard.
have,
Yeah.
yeah, I always have to like find the best timing to leave work or like go to work. Oh, it's crazy. But I usually listen to some podcasts during it, and it's always a fun time. So yeah, try to find the silver lining of things, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if someone wants to hire you, or say if someone wants to s- try to eat a little better, like eat healthier or drop a couple pounds, like what's some advice that you could give them on like getting a better, healthier way of eating and basically like exercising a little more and walking and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I think honestly, one of my biggest advice is honestly just taking it step by step. It's a marathon. We want to make this like a lifestyle. And that's what I usually promote with a lot of my clients. Like my brother, for example, we just did a bodybuilding show, transformation bodybuilding show with him.
Okay.
He the heaviest he's been is like 320 or something. Now he got down to the lowest around 203. So hey man, I'm so proud of him. My middle brother, he also just graduated. That's why I went to the East Coast, like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, UConn, go Huskies. Honestly, yeah, just taking it step by step, honestly, and not just doing everything at once, because I know it can be overwhelming for any type of habits. Like the book, I forget what the name of the book. Oh, Atomic Habits by I think James Clear in that book, man, I love that book so much. It's such an easy read, but the main thing is talking about how your habits can eventually become your identity. And the best way to do it is honestly just stacking those like good healthy habits together. And once you stack them all together, it just becomes part of you. It's just automatic kind of. So, but it all stems from, like I said, taking that one step at a time. And it's not a sprint, it's a marathon because hopefully we want to live long, prosperous, fun lives, you know, right? Maybe not super
Exactly.
long, but like I don't, not infinity. I won't say I have the secret to that, but we want to live like the good life for the family and stuff. So instead of making quick changes, having like those gradual changes, like for example, instead of cutting out ice cream completely, no Ben and Jerry's, maybe do half. of the Ben and Jerry's, even though that's hard. I can't lie to you. You know, like if I get see some what is it called half baked, I'm gonna be real with you. It's not gonna be half baked when it's it's gonna be full baked in my mouth. You know, it's gonna be hard. But yeah, you know, like doing little stuff like that, doing it in half, and then the next week do half of that, and then slowly kind of transitioning, and then also like steps is such a big thing. It's one thing where
Okay.
you can like compound like crazy, man. Because on average, I think especially in the US, like we, you know, commuting a lot in LA, for example, most of the times in the car. And I need to remind myself too, like take the stairs, Patty, like walk around the block. Luckily, my brother has a cute little puppy. I get to walk with him every so often. So having stuff that kind of helps you do healthier stuff is such a great thing. Like
Hmm.
having a little puppy, because now you can chase around, move around a little bit more, you know, instead of like just
True.
chilling. And going back to the kind of like habit stacking thing, if you love watching YouTube or a podcast like, you know, the Grue Rume Show, you know, you gotta tune in, you know. You can watch it like bro, I was watching some of the episodes on the treadmill, for example, you know.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, you know, so like watching on a treadmill or going for a walk in the park. Make sure you don't walk on the street. I did that while watching something and don't recommend. That's dangerous. But like in a nice park where you know it's gonna be safe, you can just loop around, you know, watch something, a podcast, you know, all that stuff. Stacking the different stuff, but movement, honestly, it's medicine. Like it really just
Yeah.
helps a lot. The days that I feel like I haven't moved from like commuting and all that other stuff, I feel like crap, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. So just finding the different things, finding any excuse to move, using the little habits and stacking all the different things would be the best advice I'd give. Like I said, yo, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So take your time with it.
I like that. I like that. That's really good advice. Like my my uncle, he's like a strict fish and greens diet. Like every night for dinner, that's what he eats.
Yeah.
Fish and greens, like every single night. I'm like, I said, I don't know how you eat it like fish and greens like every single night. I'm like, okay.
He must love that. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, because I've done also like extreme diets, and then
Uh-huh.
like how I mentioned with the whole like identity thing with the habits. Yeah, after like probably 100 times, it's different for everyone, but like after a certain amount of times, you're like, that's all I know. You know, you know. So it's like, I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, the fish. Do you know what fish, like salmon, or is
Yeah,
it any type of fish?
he mainly does salmon. Like he usually does salmon and then he'll go to like the farmers markets
Yeah.
and get like the fresh greens. Like he'll do like
Wow.
spinach or kale or collard greens and that's what he does. Like a piece of fish and greens
Wow.
like every night.
He's determined. He's already that's part of his identity now. You know.
It is, yeah.
Fish and greens. There we go.
And I know what you mean by like walking and stuff because my stepdad has Parkinson's and he hasn't been home in over 2 months because he's been between rehabilitation and hospital and back and forth because when they told him about the Parkinson's they said, you know, you have to go for walks. You can't, you know, you can't just stay still.
Yeah.
And what did he do for almost a year? He like hardly like got off the couch
Wow.
and and now he can't walk. Like his legs are like completely and they're training him how to walk again because for almost a year like he hardly moved like off the couch and out of the house.
Yeah, man. No, it's actually crazy. And it's also like for me personally too, like being grateful the fact that I can walk, you know, taking the stairs and I don't
Yeah.
ever want to take that for granted and hopefully
Yeah.
motivate people too, because you know, there's a lot of young people that tune in and they're like, oh yeah, I can do it tomorrow. I can do it tomorrow. But
Oh, I
honestly,
know.
life is unpredictable, man. You never know what's gonna happen, whether it could be an accident or happen. This not being negative, it's just realistic. You know, life is crazy, you know. So yeah, so just move when you can, what you got, you know. It doesn't have to be crazy. Like it doesn't have to be 10,000, 20,000. You know, some people are walking like the David Goggins like 50,000 steps. Like I said, just one step at a time, and it becomes a little bit easier once you get used to everything like that.
Oh yeah, exactly. And tell us about your own podcast now, the Patty Show. Like, what
Yes,
is
sir.
your podcast about? And and all the fun stuff that comes with it.
Dude, yeah, the Patty Show podcast. So, yeah, I'm Patty. So I had to find, I was like, huh, what name should I do? I'm like, Patty Show. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so the Patty Show honestly stemmed from me just wanting to pursue my dream of, hosting, and I love that presenting, all that stuff, and then figuring out like I'm gonna make my own opportunities, have a fun time while I'm doing it. And that's where the Patty Show kind of comes from, kind of inspired by Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon, all
Oh
that kind
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
vibe, all those shows. Yeah, always been inspired by them over there. And honestly, the main focus is about the three amazing P's in life. Passion, pleasure, positivity, and how we can use these to live our own, personal paradise, whatever that is for people. I've had some of my friends that are like travel nurses, people that are like wrestlers, some people that are just like my friends from college that I just like to catch up with. So it's just a podcast to just inspire people to live their best lives, to, spread positivity, share their passions, talk about some pleasure. And you can interpret that any way you want, the pleasure part, you gotta enjoy your life, But a lot of the common thread, honestly, it has to do with like traveling, especially because, oh man, I have the travel bug, my man. Ever since I think my time in Bali, I was there for like 3, 4 months. Oh man, met so
Bali
many,
looks
yeah.
so much fun. That's
Bro.
another bucket list of mine.
Let me know, and maybe we'll get a collab over there, bro. Patty Show and Button. Let me know, Rocco. Let
Oh
me know,
my God, that would be awesome.
bro.
Like
That'd be
I really want to go to to Bali. I saw that water gun like stuff and all that and
It's insane, bro. It's just so I've been so many times, and I obviously have family in Indonesia that I get to travel to and all that.
yeah.
But I'm a little biased, so that's why I love Bali so much. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that idea of traveling really opens my mind up, and I just want to share those little nuggets of information that I got from so many different people. Because before this podcast, I actually had another podcast in college. It was also a radio show called the Day Show, DAE. Does anyone else? So it was me with my other co-host Akbar. Shout out to my boy. But we come from completely different walks of life. He was a refugee. He's from Tanzania. Moved
Oh
to the
wow.
U.S. pretty like late in life, and we just talk about different topics. We have college students from all different backgrounds, basketball players, people that are historians. It's a really fun time. We obviously had to stop because of COVID, and he got his girlfriend pregnant. So he
Okay.
so, congratulations to him. But I've always loved entertaining and presenting, and like hosting has always been my bread and butter. So I'm glad I'm doing the Patty Show too. And I gotta have you on the show as well eventually, man.
Oh my God, yeah.
Please, man.
A hundred percent.
Go up to LA, man. I'm ready to go Philly trip. I might have to travel some more, That'd be a fun little time. But yeah, man, that's basically what the show is. Good vibes. Just also me practicing too, the whole art of presenting and hosting. And I'm sure you'll agree with this. It's people think it's easy, but it is tough, my man.
It is. It is.
Connecting the dots, and man, that's right. Flowers to you, my man. I love the energy you bring. We just met, y'all, and I feel like I've known you for a while, my boy. So I appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And fans can also like the fans of your show, my show, or any new fans that come, like they can actually hire you for fitness and nutrition advice, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm an online trainer. So, like I mentioned, I helped my brother with his transformation for his bodybuilding show like a couple weeks back. Also, have done with some other clients that I've met at Ali Fitness, friends of friends. But yeah, we do a lot of nutrition-based stuff, and you can be in Bali, you can be in Philly. I got you. Okay, no one just hit me up. You can find it on Instagram at Patty Setiadi and then fitness. I like to keep things simple, so it's like if you're looking for the podcast, there's the Patty Show podcast, fitness. Just put fitness, and then my website has all the stuff. It's just pattysetiadi.com, and then /fitness for the fitness, and then /podcast and all the other acting stuff. I also do a lot of commercial acting. Like I said, pay the bills because LA is expensive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh
I'm
my goodness.
sure.
How's Philly? Is it also kind of
It's pricey,
yeah,
yeah.
it's all those major cities, man. I swear. Like,
I always ask my guests this because I'm a big horror fan, as you can tell with my little
yeah.
guy over here. Are there any horror films that you like to watch?
Oh, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Horror always gets me, man. I'm a scaredy cat, bro. I'm not gonna. I don't even want to lie. I am a huge scaredy cat. But being an actor, it's fun because I've done like horror genre. I did I think a short film in college with my friend called Halloween. I think it's somewhere on YouTube. So recording horror I can do because like I'm like I know I'm not gonna get stabbed by Michael Myers, at least I hope shooting, you can never tell now,
Sure.
because everything's so realistic now. But one that I do recommend you guys check it out is this Indonesian horror, bro. It is scary as heck, bro. Like
Really?
yeah, it's called Pabrik Gula. So Pabrik Gula, it just means like sugar mill or sugar factory, and
Okay.
yeah, essentially it's based in I forget which part of Indonesia, but it's like a period piece kind of thing. They go, it's not too far, like maybe the 80s or something like that. But a lot
Okay.
of people from various villages come to this one village area with for the sugar mill because they're trying to, make money for their families and whatnot. But that place is haunted. That's all I can say. It's haunted, crazy. There's like scandals, there's spirits. It's woo man, I recommend it. It came out like a month and a half ago, Paprikula, bro. If you really want something scary, man, those
Yes, I
stuff,
do.
bro. It's a good one, man. I recommend. It's very, man. It's actually it's good enough that like I'll probably watch it again, even though like I said, I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a big scaredy cat. But the storytelling is really good. And shout out to all the Indonesian filmmakers out there. I love that there's more representation and they're killing it in the game. So super proud to be Indonesian. So that's a good one. Pablo Gula, recommend.
Wow, okay.
Mhm. Of
I'm definitely gonna watch that. Thank you.
course, yeah.
And like the last thing I want to ask you basically is there anything you would love to plug, like anything you're working on, whether it's acting or fitness or anything else you're working on?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, first of all, thank you again, man. Arigato, all the good stuff. I'm not Japanese, but I just love saying arigato for some reason, bro. I think it's the man bun. Everyone always thinks I'm Japanese. So, arigato. I appreciate you again for having me on the show. The things I'm really working on, bro, the podcast, like I said, have been consistent every week, just trying to post an episode every week. I love how, like, for example, like you man, you just constant keep going, and people realize it's hard work, man. It's fun, but
It
it's
is.
hard work. So I'm
It
putting
is.
all my love to my podcast at Patty Show Podcast on Instagram. Trying to get more on YouTube, y'all. You can find it over there consistently every week, every Thursday morning at I forget what time, like 4 a.m. I believe, because that's when I'm up. Like I said, Pacific time. So I think it's 7 Eastern, right? Is that it?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
70s, and yeah, I'm getting better with the math. But yeah, Patty Show Podcast, you can keep tuning into that. Patty Setiadi Fitness on Instagram and also on my website, everything for online coaching. If you're in LA, I can also do some hybrid programs, in person, online. I've because I started with in person, I love it so much, just interacting with people and just having a fun time, having some good laughs that you can't really do online. So I also do that if you're in the LA area. And what's some other thing? Oh, a lot of acting projects coming soon. Can't reveal too much, sign some NDAs, but you can find me on Instagram at Patty Setiadi. And yeah, there is a short film. I don't know if it's fully out yet, where I'm an aerobics instructor, an Indonesian one, called Rhythmic Exercise with Priyadi. All I can say is I'm wearing super short shorts and it's a lot of dancing and shaking. So that's a project I'm super proud of, and some other ones coming soon. I don't know if I can fully say, but yeah, I like to stay busy, and I'm super grateful for you, my man. And yeah, just keep doing your thing.
Thank you so much, buddy. It was really nice meeting you and chatting. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I go, you're the man, man. You keep killing it, keep inspiring, giving the good energy, and shout out to Gru as well. Our you said monkey, chainsaw, skull.
Monkey cheese. Yeah.
See, I'm gonna get it right there. Yeah, so I appreciate you getting arigato all the blessings, man.
Thank you so much, buddy. You're really awesome. Thanks again for doing this.
Thank you, my man. We're on a Bali trip soon. All right, let me know. All right,
Oh my God, yes, 100%,
100%.
100%.
Man. Thank you.
Right. Well, well, have a really good rest of your day at work.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Have a good one.